Without even fucking leave. I should literally, like, probably, I'm gonna. No, I shouldn't. Hey, here I am, doing a live when I definitely don't want to be doing a live, but, who, who else is gonna do it? Not for me. Like, and I think this is the point. Just be just vulnerable as ass. Vulnerable. I hate that word. I don't like the word intimate either. And like in the 80s on TV, the people on TV used to say the phrase make. So it's still like impossible for me to say make love. Oh God, that one's the worst. Caress. Yeah. Cringe. It's so funny. I didn't realize. Like, yeah, I did realize. I did realize. Um, yeah, vulnerable. The whole like that word is just vulnerable. Like the way like the word itself is the word. Ugh. I'm not weird. Um, um, what am I doing? You didn't ask. I will tell you since you definitely didn't ask. I am doing. I like to call it a thought experiment. However, every time I call it that, something else in me swoops in and says, um, I think you're trying to um, make this whole thing too fancy with using words like thought experiment. I think everything, like in just life itself, a thought experiment, like all of it, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you, like, do I need to, like, trust this thing more? Oh, I do. That's why it keeps doing that. Okay. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Um, okay, so yeah, I do everything that I do with zero effort. That's kind of like the um I find, like, when I'm zero effort, life um rewards that. And I think, when you're zero effort, you have to be honest about being zero effort. Because if you're, like, not honest about that, then maybe, I don't know, you wouldn't get rewarded. But, yeah. It's late at night. I'm about to go to sleep. And so, this would probably be the time when I can be the most intimate. Oh my God. Like, ugh. I hate that word. I hate all of those. I hate all of those words and all those synonyms. Maybe I'm not. But could it be that I'm not as healed as I thought I was? Or could it be that those words are silly? Or could it be both of those things, because that like in that life. So, hmm. I think about, maybe if I wasn't doing like no effort, like maybe I would actually, create an outline about, what's gonna happen in my lives, and then I'm like, no, just be you, bro. That's what they keep telling me, whoever they are, and I don't know who they are. I don't hear voices in my head. I know everybody wishes I did, but I don't. I don't hear it. Well, I mean, unless you mean the voice that sounds exactly like the one you hear right now, I think. But doesn't everybody have that one? Be running up that hill, be running up that hill. What's today? It's Monday. It's just another manic. I wish. It's not. Today is not a manic Monday. It's It's fine, bro. Just keep on doing it. Just like like they can say whatever they want to say about you, but they won't be able to say that you're not real as fuck. Okay. All right. Thank you. See that y'all just heard that voice with me. It's the one I'm talking about. The one that sounds just like me. Just popping off in the mouth. So I got soccer on, which is, if you have a Roku TV, it's that, at least on my TV, when you get to all the apps or whatever, it's usually like the first square on the left on the top. And I enjoy soccer only because I watch, what was that thing, was that HBO show? What's his name? What was, oh, no, the mustached nerd guy who went to um, London to coach a soccer team. Oh, that's not Joe Dirt. What is it? Hold on. I'm gonna think of it in a second. Hold on. I'm gonna make you wait while I think of it. Like, God, I watched the show twice. What am I like? What? Anyway, I watched that, and it made me fall in love with soccer, which would, as I think, was the entire point of that show. Um, oh my God, I'm about to die if I don't remember the name of this. Nobody knows. What was it? Oh my God, I'm dying. Hey Siri, what's the guy with the soccer team? Oh, Siri won't do. Oh, Siri won't work when I'm live. Oh, that sucks. Captain Morgan. And like, who would have knew that a bunch of British people would seem lovable on a show? That's that part got me too. Like, they just seem so. I'm gonna use their word. They seem so stuffy to me. Stuffy. But I guess, they could look back at me and say, well, Americans just. I don't want to say that. I love when there's no one in the room, because, like, if I know that, like, it's just Makes it so much easier. But then I'm like, don't you want to be like? It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And like, I'm just sometimes I'm like, I know I'm building something, but here's the funny part is that I don't think that I feel like whatever it is gonna come out of that shit nowhere. And then the whole time I've been thinking it was this or that, and then it's just, well, I know it's gonna be like that. I know it's gonna be like that. I don't know. Maybe it's that my dragon, who I firmly now believe, like I figure, like is my dog, who passed away in 2017. Um, and I feel like he's my he's my dragon, and he's been hovering. I feel like if you don't know how to access your imagination and use it, then then you're gonna let other people's imagination become your reality. That's what I fucking think. Well, that's what I fucking know. But no, it's not. I don't like. Think no. There's a big difference. Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. There we go. You're running up that loom. You're running up that. That song wasn't even really super popular in the 80s. I mean, it was to some people. And it's not like I didn't hear it, because I did hear it, but, you know. It's, here, so yeah, we're just here, just figuring out why. I don't really know. I'm just following prompts from is it inside of me, outside of me? Like, I don't know. Like, that's a hard question. Does anything exist on the other side of my bedroom door? Nope. Right? That one's a hard one to assimilate. Excuse me, I'm like having some, like, I'm being inundated with these big thoughts that I really haven't thought before, and like, I'm just, like, I'm doing it live, and, whoop. Okay. So how about this? How about a large portion of people, like, I guess they do, because I see lots of posts about this, but that, you know, like, doing the Dolores Cannon split, like, the Earth is splitting into, not really splitting, we just got one piece splitting off. That's going to be what did they say, 5D, and then one's gonna stay here that's 3D, and that's, I guess. But the thing is that none of these teachers, even Dolores Cannon, she didn't even really teach about really like how do you get to 5D. And the thing which is so important, which is I feel like is just completely not taught, is, and like why is it not taught? Like why do I feel like I'm having to strike out like on this like lonely ass road to do this? And I think it's because like, okay, to believe that you can see in 5D, which I absolutely can, you have to be willing to take off your mask, and because you're gonna like you're gonna sound completely crazy to everyone else. And even more than that, like when you once you start leveling up and you're having, and I'm okay, I'm gonna talk about me, and I'm having these experiences that I have, you have to be willing to drop your ego, because even to yourself, even if no one knows what is going on with you, to be in a room with yourself while yourself is going, oh shit, bro, you were what? Are we schizophrenic? Like what the, like, you know what I mean? Like it, and I feel like while everybody's journey down this road is different for everybody, I feel like everybody's got their own thing. I think there, like I just really feel like there have to be like at least a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 markers that are transcendent or universal to like the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe not, but. And I've heard a few people talk about it, but not a whole bunch talk about how it's insane. Like you have to like go inside yourself and deal with the fact that you know what is happening is, for all intents and purposes, according to the world we live in, that it's insane. And you have to square those things. Like you have to. Like, I'm really bad at this. I never claimed that I was good at this. I feel like I feel like Moses, like asking like God's like, yeah, Moses, I'm talking to you from my burning bush, and it's you. I want you to do it. And Moses is like, bro, I stutter when I talk. I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do this. I don't even want to be seeing this burning bush. I don't want to do none of this. And God's just like, sorry, you are. And then Moses is like, I'm looking at a burning bush. That's not like, am I crazy? Like people take these verses like this and don't even think about the fact that this is a human being having a hallucination. That's what he had a fucking hallucination, right? Moses even thought he was crazy for having a hallucination, and all of these, centuries later, like Christians, just read that shit and they're like, just like it's just like, oh, but that's just normal shit for 22,000 years ago or whatever, or 3,000 or whatever I don't care about that, but whatever the number is. Yes, I'm drinking. Whoever is asking in their heads. And I don't even know. Oh, I know. Okay. This is the point. Move along. And you know what another verse gets me? And like this verse is fundamental to Christianity, and it's the one I think it's in Exodus. I think it's in Exodus where God just tells Abraham, okay, look, I'm gonna need you to take that brand new firstborn baby. I'm gonna need you to cut its head off. And, and like Abraham's probably like, oh, wait, you got like understand like Abraham is, for all intents and purposes, having a hallucination. If he tried to explain how he heard God tell him that he was going to need to execute his own kid, like everybody, anybody who he told that to would just think he was batshit crazy. So, like, and I don't, like, I wish people would think to, like, interpret these words in that sense, right? Because that's what was happening. So anyway, so then Abraham could have that whole like hallucination situation with God, and then still go do it. The point is that like he believed, like okay, he was like he knew he was crazy for having this extra voice come into his head, claiming to be God and telling him to do that to his son, but then just being just 10 toes down, going, nope, I'm going to believe my hallucination and I'm going to do this. And then having the faith to do it. And then that's what, I think that's the point. I think that's the point. I think that's what Jesus was talking about in the whole, when he, in the New Testament, when he's talking about belief. He talked about belief so much, and I just feel like it's just like not given the attention that it deserves. Like tell that mountain, take your ass and jump into the sea, motherfucker. And if you believe it, it'll be done for you. But it takes the kind of faith that Abraham possessed to believe his hallucinations and trust that shit anyway. Which, like, God, that was insane that he did that. I wouldn't have been able to. I would have heard, like hallucination. It's like you hear it. But, like, oh God, can you you know? I don't. Mm. All right, I think I'm done. I was gonna do a bedtime lullaby, but